So it's down to 90 and the sun's down too. Guess it's time for day 62. Who's ready to go see what kind of mischief we can get into today? Hey everybody, it is old Big Mike back out here in the Hoopty barn. And now that the heat index is back down below 110 and it's less than like 140 in my shop, we're going to get on with day 62. So yesterday evening, I come out here and piddled around and I had this thing hooked up on the battery. Thought, well, maybe I'll just see if I can get it to turn over. Well, it didn't do nothing. And I'm thinking it has to be a ground issue because that's what it always is. So where I decided to start out today is we'll hook up these cables. Okay. Positive. Come on now. Act right. Must be a teenager. Don't want to act right. Alright. Or an ex. Alright. There we go. Okay, so the way my old cranium works is we're going to see what is going on. Now, I know for a fact that this battery is fully charged because I fully charged it so that I could try this. So I figured turn on the headlights, and if I got any power, I should have some kind of lights going on somewhere, unless every single light on this thing's burnt out or broken or whatever. There is no lights nowhere coming on. So that tells me that I'm definitely not grounded, or there's definitely a connection missing, because I should have some kind of lights somewhere. And like I said, I've checked all my connections here. I know this is solid because that bolts together. You know, normally goes to the bulkhead, but that all bolts together. And I know that all these connections are solid. I know that my switch is plugged in correctly. I mean, I know that something ought to be happening. Nothing's happening. And I haven't even got my little door buzzers hooked up. I mean, so they're in the on position, so they should be setting off my buzzer over there. So apparently something is amiss. Now the only thing that I could think to do at this point is, I think I'm going to take all my little grounds and whatnot, and I'm going to take off my voltage regulator. Of course, I'm going to unplug my battery, but I'm going to take this off. I'm going to scuff up behind here to make sure that I'm making good ground contact. Make sure all my grounds have a good contact everywhere where they're at. I'll take this one off, scuff it all up, and so that's my first order of business. I'm going to try resetting all of my grounds where they're on the motor, the body, the frame, and maybe it's one of those. And the only other thing I can think of is maybe putting a extra ground strap from the body to the frame, but I don't think that would be it, because okay, I got my motor is grounded. This is my ground strap for my engine. It's on the back and up here to the firewall. And well, those motor mounts are all secured on there. I mean, that should be making contact there too. So, I don't know. But I'm going to scuff it all up. I'll be back here direct like. Nighttime or not, it's still hot and muggy. Yeah. Anyhow, so I did have a little bit of enthusiasm for a second. So I took my voltmeter and I double checked. I had like 12.3, 12.5 between my positive and negative. I checked, I put my negative in here, checked, I still got full charge here. This one here, I only had like 12 or like 4 volts. So I cleaned all this up, the connection, put some dielectric grease on it, put it all back together, and my buzzer was going off on the inside for a second, or 2 or 5, and my little cargo light switch was lit up, but then it shut off. So I was like, well, now what? So I've been chasing down. I went from the battery back past the ECM under the fender. Sorry, I got to shake off sweat. And so now I've got my voltmeter in here. And I went to my hot over here. This is normally on your steering column for your ignition. And I grounded it out here, but about the most I can get is about 5.5 volts here. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, if I take and put a little ground strap from here to here, because I just filled this in with spray foam, and man, I don't really know where it's connected in there, if it's even grounded there. So that's my next little order of business. I'm going to put a little ground strap right there. See if that helps anything. I mean, it ain't going to hurt. So, alright, be back in a sec. Well, will you look at that? 12.46 with my little ground strap there. So, well, now I know I'm getting it good and grounded there. So, that's good. But I don't know if I have blown a fuse or something. Still nothing with the ignition. So I'll have to check all my fuses and all that, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You know, wiring has been my nemesis for as long as I can remember on any of this kind of stuff. And seems like I always think, well, you know, I could just take that same wiring harness out of here, put it in there. Just like I took the wiring harness out of the charger, put it in the Blockbuster. And, you know, half the stuff still don't work on the Blockbuster because I freaking hate wiring. So, I went from nothing to something to nothing to something. And now I'm at a little. But it's getting late. And I've been chasing wires. I put this little ground here that went to that seat belt plug. And it kind of buzzed for half a second. And that was it. But still, there's nothing at the ignition. I got power all up in there. All my fuses are good. Might as well shut off my headlights. They're not coming on either. None of it's working. I'm gonna have to come out here whenever. I guess I got a couple more hours to do something. But hey, I gave it the old college try. I made some progress. Not much, but something. So, yeah. Thanks for coming out here with me and following my dumb stuff. And do me a favor, If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And do me a favor, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and share the video, and leave me a comment. Tell me what in the world I'm doing wrong. Say, Big Mike, you're just a big dummy. And hit that notification bell, so you'll see whenever I come back out here and fight with this confounded thing again. Until next time, you keep watching. I ain't giving up. I'm gonna keep working.